Why do you think 2019 was so important for the working class throughout Latin America? And what's changed since then? Why are we seeing these movements still happening?
Well, yeah, in fact, 2019 was a very important year. It was a turning point in the political dynamics of Latin America. As you know, we have had more than a decade with progressive left or center-left governments in many countries. But with the end of the commodity boom, the worsening of the economic crisis, and the inability of these governments to present an anti-capitalist and socialist alternative, the right wing has regained the political initiative in many countries. We saw a resurgence of the right wing with elections victories, but also some coup d'etat in some countries. This affected, for example, countries like Paraguay, Argentina, Venezuela, when the right wing won the majority in the National Assembly, Brazil, Ecuador, Chile, Uruguay, Bolivia. There was, in fact, a counterattack by the right wing with the support of imperialism throughout the region. But that right-wing offensive had the feet of clay, as we can say. So the working class had not been completely defeated, and the right had nothing more to offer than more crisis, neoliberal attacks, withdrawal of rights, and strong repression. So the answer would come soon or later with more struggles, and that, in fact, was what happened. We had many struggles in Latin America in 2019. The year began with the strike of the maquilas workers in Matamoros, industrial workers in Matamoros in north of Mexico. You know, Yara, that Toya, for example, know well about the mass struggle in Puerto Rico. She was there. But we also had Honduras, Haiti, Argentina, which culminated in the electoral defeat of Macri. We had a general strike that led to a journey of mass struggles in Colombia also against the ultra-right government of Ivan Duque. But the highlight was the social explosion in Ecuador and the mass uprising in Chile. The pandemic had an effect in terms of containing the mobilization for a period. Governments throughout the regions also tried to use the pandemic as a justification for further repression, the prohibition of mobilization, etc. So the problem is that, as everywhere, the pandemic has greatly aggravated the problems that already existed and caused the 2019 mobilizations. So mass unemployment, poverty, inequality, the collapse of public services, the lack of legitimacy of governments causing serious political crisis. So the result has been a resurgence of struggles in varying degrees in the countries that already had mass struggles in 2019. But we have already discussed it here in World to Win, and you referred to this. We had the incredible process in Bolivia, a mass struggle followed by an electoral defeat by the right wing that promoted the coup in 2019. And in Chile, the struggle culminated in the popular victory in the plebiscite to change the Pinochet constitution of the country. But other countries have also begun to mobilize, and I want to highlight here the seriousness of the crisis in Peru, with a new generation of young people fighting on the streets, and also the recent mobilizations in Guatemala, because these two countries point to processes that tend to become even more widespread in Latin America in the next period.